Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Top 9 Podcast. My name's Tom Cassidy. With me today is Adele Carollo.
Hi, guys.
How you doing? You seem much more sane today.
I told you I had to rip off the Band-Aid. The birthday had to come, had to go. 39 was the worst. It was a countdown.
Yeah. So you
Last
feeling
few
good?
weeks,
Have a
I'm
good
feeling-
birthday? I don't want to ask you off air. It was good?
It was really good. Have you ever been to Greenport, Long Island? It's
No.
like North Fork wine country, like where all the wine that you see is made out in Long Island, that area there. On Bayside, so really good sunsets. It was nice.
Love it.
Getting
Good
it.
times, baby. 40 and thriving.
Can we stop talking about it now?
Sure.
Thanks.
With us today is my friend Toby McMullen,
What's up, dudes? Thanks for having me.
comedian,
Thanks for being
provocateur.
Hell yeah, we got some real NPR vibes going, dude. I feel like we're about to talk about my dad hitting me.
We are. I met him, and I could tell he did. No, he was a lovely man, just like your whole entire family, who I've met before, out on the road with the Are You Garbage fellas.
Yeah, me and Tommy been all over creation.
Yep. You can catch us in Detroit, Buffalo, and somewhere else this week. Anyway.
Does your family come to a lot of shows?
No, they came out in Denver.
Okay.
It was a nightmare. A waitress dropped a whole tray of drinks on my mom.
Oy vey.
Yeah, the whole crew got loaded. It was great.
Yep, it was a whole to-do. But we're here today, and I'm happy to have you.
Yes.
What is your top 9? Let's just get right into it.
Oh, we're just diving in.
Yeah, because I think that your list is very conversational, and I think we need all the time that we can get.
And I was
think.
late, which is so unprofessional. Shout out the MTA for just sucking
I
ass.
Wasn't going to mention it, but yes, all good, baby.
All
That,
good,
that's my
baby.
style. I like to throw myself right under the
I
bus.
like it.
All right, so my top 9 list is top 9 embarrassing inspirations. So things that I've been too embarrassed to admit that I love publicly pretty much my whole life.
And yeah, because we've talked about this before, it's like a thing of like, you always want everything to be like cool or something, right?
Yes.
Like everything has to be cool.
Correct. And most shit isn't cool. Most shit's pretty lame.
Yeah, but like, what to you, right? What is cool to you? Give me
Oh.
just a couple examples of things that are like cool.
Showing up late to podcasts.
Sure.
Uh,
Check.
Bailing on going to see Lil Wayne tonight.
Check. Slapping Tom in the face right now.
Yeah.
Let's get the views up.
Things that are cool to me, skateboarding is the coolest.
Gotcha,
Which
yeah.
is a children's play thing. Lil Wayne, love him to death, has melted his brain with promethazine.
Not enough to go to the concert, but I get it.
I got work. What can I say?
Hey, you're a busy guy. I get it,
I
baby.
got stuff to do with the studio.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, So like skating shit is your cool thing, because cool's different for everybody.
Yeah.
What's
your
cool to
idea?
you?
I guess like fashion, music,
Mm-hmm.
pop stars.
But
I
like
don't know.
country music isn't cool. But for some people, it is cool.
I mean, Johnny Cash is cool.
Johnny Cash is
I
cool
like
as
it.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy rules.
Mm-hmm.
He's
like
like
country
shredded
music.
in a prison, which is amazing.
I like country music because it's has like fun stories in it. Like my wife cheated and then I beat her ass. He's like sing along to it.
Sure.
not
Yeah.
realizing.
It's been number 1 on the country music charts for the past 30 years.
There you go.
They're all the same. Yeah, it's crazy. Also, so to me, what cool is, I don't know, like
Nas.
I just like people. Yeah, like Nas is cool.
yeah, fuck yeah.
Hip hop is cool
For sure.
to me. So I mean, it's all, it's a sliding scale.
I think Dave Chappelle is the coolest.
Dave Chappelle's very cool.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. No, I get it. So there's people that are cool. There's things that are cool.
Yes.
And all of these things on this list are not cool. To me, what I'm getting at is like, if something gives me inspiration,
Yes.
I don't care where it comes from.
Sure.
And I'm not scared to say that it inspired me and did things.
I don't think I've ever seen you be embarrassed. You're
don't-
very confident in who you are.
I
It's
don't-
sick.
I don't know. I've been embarrassed before, but I don't know. I'm definitely okay with like admitting to things that people might not think are cool that I don't care. If I like it, I like it.
For sure.
So that, I think that is what it is. And
So I guess you could also define this as like guilty pleasures.
Okay,
okay,
that makes
is like
sense.
is like a more palatable explanation.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Well,
cooking competitions aren't for everybody.
Dog, I have seen almost every episode of Chopped.
there you
That
go.
show is incredible.
we've done a lot of episodes of this. I don't think anyone's called Adele dog before, and I like it. It's
Wait,
funny.
what?
Yo, dog. You
Oh,
called her.
yeah.
What are you, Randy Jackson?
Dude, we were getting on a plane and with Tommy, I don't remember where we were going, and I was putting my bag in the overhead, and a flight attendant was like, "Good morning, sir," and I was like, "Oh, what's up, dude?" And he was like, dude. It's like, dude, chill out, man.
Yeah, you're I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a flight attendant, but you're not a doctor.
Yeah, chill the fuck
Yeah,
out,
what the
dude.
hell? I think I can call you dude.
Yeah, we're not doing bypass surgery over
And
here.
I mean, look at you. Yeah, you just kick flipped into the fucking airplane,
Yeah, come on, man.
calling everybody dude.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of my vibe is to like let me speak how I want to.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Okay, well, let's get into it. Coming in at number 99.
Twitch streamers. I love them.
Okay. Well, yeah, this is embarrassing. I take everything back I ever said.
No, it's bad. It's like I think it's so fantastic. I think the perception of what they do is completely like it's one of those things where it's like after like 6 hours of watching a Twitch streamer, you're like, oh, I get this now. It's very similar to podcasting.
So have you listened to, what is the longest you've ever listened to a Twitch streamer, like, consecutively? 6 hours?
Hours. I've had people on for like the whole day.
Don't you watch Twitch?
Yes. It's a live streaming platform.
That's what I mean. Like, you're watching the Twitch streamer for 6 hours?
Probably, yeah, for sure.
And they're just playing one video game the entire time.
Generally, yes. And the really good ones, they have like a whole crew that they're on with every day. So it's very similar to a podcast where you come in as like, I want to watch people play this game or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you become fans of like their interaction and how they fuck with each other. And it's the best, dude. It's so good. So many comedians are trying to get on Twitch and they don't understand the platform at all. They'll jump on for an hour and it's like, it's this whole grind. These people have sat there for fucking years trying to build their audience and get this thing going. The way that they manipulate YouTube and Instagram for clips is almost identical for what podcasting does. It's the best, dude.
I mean, it's literally just podcasts with people playing video games.
Correct.
Yeah.
What changed my whole perspective of like watching people play video games as opposed to just playing them myself was I saw a 4-panel cartoon, like an old school, like you'd see in the funny pages.
Yeah.
And it's a dad walking into his kid who's like watching Twitch. And he's like, well, you're not even playing the game. And then the next panel is his dad watching football and going, ah, come on, what are you doing? And I was like, it like clicked in my brain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like the dad and you're my son.
Yeah, dude.
In this scenario.
100%.
But I'm happy that it makes you happy.
It makes me very happy. It also made me a bigger sports fan.
Because people Twitch sports games?
No. Well, yes, they are doing that now because Amazon bought Twitch, and now they're having people stream the Thursday night games that are on Amazon with like a guy giving his like take and talking to the chat or whatever.
Yeah.
But what changed my perspective on sports was at the beginning of the pandemic is when I had nothing going on, and I was like, I'm gonna watch motherfuckers play Call of Duty, dude, just straight virgin shit.
Yeah.
And they would do these tournaments where they would play for like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I got deep into it, dude. I had a whole crew I was backing every day.
Can you bet on it?
No, I fucking wish though. I would
Yeah.
never lose.
Give it time.
Dude, I went 1-16 in NBA playoff bets. I would go 100 for 100 in Twitch fucking Call of Duty tournament bets. I would buy this place and sell it.
Yeah. If I had a vagina right now, I'd be dry as shit.
Yeah,
Just
that's
talking about Twitch, but that's okay though.
That's what we're
why it's
doing
number
here.
9. Yeah, I get it.
I didn't come on Top 9 to get pussy. I came here to speak my truth, dude.
You're in the right place.
Top 9 driest vaginas. Yeah, fuck yeah.
A lot of girls do it though, like with like scantily clad
That's a
outfits
good point.
on, right?
That is-
Oh
good point.
yeah, there's a whole market for that. There are chicks who do just hot tub streams. And they just sit in a hot tub and interact with the chat, and people donate so that they'll feel like they're getting. That part is gross,
Yeah.
for sure.
But then what if they drop the controller in the tub? Do they electrocute themselves?
They don't even play games, dude.
So is that Twitch?
Yeah, you don't have to play video games on Twitch. It's just the biggest thing on there.
So you can just stream.
You can just stream and chat. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, it's a brave new world out there that I have a little bit of better understanding with that number 9. Coming in at number 8.
Damn, you're fucking good at this. You've done this a couple times, huh?
Just a couple.
Okay, this one isn't embarrassing because it is sick, but how much I love it is embarrassing.
Okay.
Jackass is like probably the number one inspiration in my life.
Really?
100%.
Yeah, no, that's not embarrassing at all. But the limit that it has affected you.
Oh my God, yeah.
Did you ever think about getting a Jackass tattoo? You're not really a tattoo guy.
No, I got one. The problem with the tattoo I get hung up on is it needs to be equal parts sentimental and funny. So it's like I'll come up with something. I'm like, that's a stupid idea. That'd be a fun tattoo. But then I'm like, I don't want to be 50 looking at a dick joke or whatever.
Sure, fair enough. You should get a tattoo of Steve-O with a tattoo of Steve-O's tattoo on his back.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but just like little.
If I meet Steve-O, I will be 100% starstruck.
Yeah. Well,
I met Wee Man. He was sick.
He's still alive, right?
Jason Acuna? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jackass, I always thought was super funny, like the pranks part, but then the hurting, like the stapling and the
is the best. I know.
The
Yeah, dude.
physical pain part.
Yes,
that kills me.
It's
but
the
like
best.
pranking people at like rental car places, or when Johnny Knoxville would dress up as an old man and like do like that was funny to me, comical. Yeah. But the staples and the pain, the fireworks up the ass, I'm like, what? It hurts. I guess that's my maternal instinct. I'm like, ouchie.
But it's them hurting themselves or their friends, which is the greatest.
Yeah.
No.
Did you guys do that growing up, like roughhouse with your boys?
Of course.
I know this
jump
fucking
off
guy
the roof?
did. What are you
Of
talking
course.
about? He had a VHS camera. It was Jackass Jr. probably back.
No,
in...
I didn't have a camera until I was in my 20s, and it's all I fucking wanted was to be able to like pick a camera up and be funny right then. Like that's what I find. That's what laid the foundation of my like comedy brain is like just pick a camera up and you can make the funniest thing you've ever seen. Yeah, just with your buddies.
No, yeah, absolutely, and I agree with you though. I saw the last one in theaters, and I thought it was hilarious. But the pogoing on like the testicles and stuff.
The pogo
stick.
It's
too much. It's too much. It's why would you want to do that to yourself? Even if you never want to have children again, you're literally just crushing your testicle. You can't uncrush a testicle. Once it's crushed, it's crushed. It's not fucking snakeskin.
But it's worth it for the footy, dude.
So then you're just rolling around the rest of your life with fucking applesauce balls?
Yeah, dude.
You just got fucking applesauce in your balls
you got
for the rest of your life.
For sure. Yeah.
I'm fired up now.
That's the only Jackass bit I've never watched.
Okay.
I literally covered my eyes because that one's fucking gnarly.
There's a lot of that for me when I would watch. I would cover. I couldn't watch a lot of it, but.
Yeah, but all of Steve-O's DVDs that he put out like independently, I've seen all that shit.
I can't remember if we've ever gotten into this before, but I went to Westchester University, 45 minutes outside of Philadelphia, and that's kind of where a lot of Jackass started because that's where BAM's
from. The CKY crew.
The CKY crew. And I just saw it on my memories. The first show I ever put on was, I believe it was yesterday. I want to say it was in 2009, so that's 13 years ago. The first show I ever like put on, produced, and hosted was at this place in Westchester called The Note, and Bam Margera owned it.
Yeah,
and
it was based on a band he had a band with the same name.
Yeah, and it was the first show I ever did. So I got basically, when you first start, you can get people to shows.
Oh, of course.
I had like my whole neighborhood there. It was like the most unbelievable show ever. I like filmed it. I never saw the footage. The person who filmed it, I don't even know who they are anymore. Hopefully they have it somewhere. I'm sure it wasn't as good as I remember it, but it was amazing. And like Bam was there. Ryan Dunn was there. They were shooting like a music video on the side while we were doing the show of like vampire bitches and shit. It was such a crazy night. Westchester was cool. And Bam was always around, like Westchester and stuff.
Yeah, what up, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yo, somebody kicked this guy in the nuts. He's bombing.
Yeah. Hey, somebody give this guy applesauce balls. But yeah, no, Jackass is the shit. Coming in at number 7.
All right. We have similar vein. We have skateboarding / skateboarding filmers, which is even more embarrassing. Like the way that sports, like you can name fucking everybody on every NBA team. Mm-hmm. I'm that way with skateboarding companies. Like, and that was another realization of like I came to my sports loving by way of realizing that the things that I love. It's like someone who plays fantasy football realizing that Dungeons and Dragons is the same thing and getting stoked on that. Mm-hmm. So like I can tell you everybody who rides for Nike right now who just left this board company to go to this one. It's like my gossip corner.
Now, are you talking about the people who actually are the skateboarders or the people who are filming them?
I could do both.
Okay.
Yeah. It's embarrassing. Like, there's a dude, Chris Ray, who I think he's an unbelievable filmer. He does a lot of stuff for GoPro now, and he works with the NFL.
Yeah.
He's an unbelievable filmer.
Well,
that
you
I
have
love.
to be good at like skating to be able to film these people, right?
Yes.
To a certain extent, because you got to be rolling with them.
Yeah, you have to have a deep understanding of what they're doing, so how to capture it correctly, and also be able to go just as fast on whatever terrain they're in. There's a guy who I've kind of modeled my career off of. His name's Chris Gregson. On Instagram, it's @Tweestofer. Go check him out. He's the greatest filmer. He's a professional skateboarder and a filmer. He's the only guy who's in front of and behind the camera in skateboarding, and he's incredible. And that's kind of what I've tried to model my comedy career after, being able to handle things on both sides.
I like it. I don't think that's embarrassing at all.
Sick, thank you.
Yeah. Well, I'm going with the topic. I'm not just throwing embarrassing out there out of nowhere.
No, I know, but
I don't think you're a loser. Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. It's
I
intense.
thought the only skateboarding brand was like DC. I don't know why that sticks out to me.
They're a legacy brand. They've been around for forever.
Yeah.
The puffy DCs are coming back. I see them.
That to me is skateboarding when I think of branding. And then
You're a poser, man.
Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, him. Volcom.
There we go. Billabong Surf Company.
I like Volcom. I wonder how it's funny of like how many like you know how like okay, so you have the camera person filming the skater, right?
Yes.
I wonder how many different versions of it you could do of like the skater skating, the camera person filming that, another camera person filming that camera person. I wonder how like I want to like shoot a video where there's like 100 of it.
Oh, it's like the behind the scenes never ends.
Yeah.
And you wind up with a kid in Iowa on an iPhone filming a guy.
Yeah.
It's like Hands Across America
Yeah.
for filming.
Yeah.
For gnarly skateboarding. Yeah.
Do you like to see skateboard like spills when they crash?
Hate it.
You hate it.
Hate it.
Okay,
Hate it. I
good.
can't handle watching a broken bone.
Yeah.
When I was watching the Warriors game the other night, and somebody rolled their ankle, and I had to like cover my eyes.
Skateboarding, you see it a lot. They'll like try to get on a pole and it ends up between their legs. I'm
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Oh yeah, you can blast your nuts pretty easy for sure.
Listen, spill works. What's like the correct term like for falling?
Eat shit.
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
you like to watch people eat shit?
Or
Yeah.
bail.
Or bail. Yeah.
But I thought when you bail, isn't that before you get hurt? Like you're bailing out on it?
Yeah, but you can still you can still eat shit after you bail.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you know you're not gonna land it, so you kind of have that hesitation moment, but maybe you prevent it from being too terrible, but you're still going down.
Yeah. Like, yeah, man. That like Tony Hawk documentary that we talked about of him like trying to pull off that 900 or like.
So old, dude. Geriatric, and he just shattered his leg.
Oh
Yeah.
Just absolutely blew his leg apart, and he's back skating. He's the best.
Folks, if you haven't seen that Tony Hawk documentary, check it out. It is pretty good. HBO Max, I think. Coming in at number 6.
All right, it's a combo.
Okay.
It's two female singers who get me going, dude. Fire me up. They were on my pump up playlist when I was back in Chicago, riding my fucking bike to spots and wherever I was doing, I would just crank these ladies and just get reckless in traffic.
Like it.
Taylor Swift and Sia.
Nice.
Sia more so than Taylor Swift.
Okay. Are you a fan of either of these ladies?
Love them both. I love how Sia was like older. Oh, my old ass is saying this, but like disguised herself, like wouldn't let the industry like dictate
Yes.
what she was saying or
So
singing
sick.
about. Like she made her own lane.
100%. And rips.
Yeah.
Rips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely T Swift. Like, she when the Phillies were in the World Series, I can't remember if it was the year they won or the year that they lost after they won, but she did like the national anthem just like with a guitar, and I knew, and it was before she popped off, and I was like, this girl is gonna be a star.
This girl's got it.
Yeah. But yeah, man, she's unbelievable.
Makes me feel powerful,
songwriter.
dog.
I never really listened to too much of Sia, but I'm sure I would like her. What does she look like? Do we ever know?
Yeah, I've seen her without her like wig and stuff. She looks like she's luring German children into a cabin to eat them. She looks like the witch from Hansel and Gretel.
Okay. So
Yeah.
oh wow, that's funny.
She got witch face, bad. but some goddamn pipes on her. I'll tell you that much. That song Chandelier, I totally missed it. I missed it by like 5 years. So in 2019, I'm like running around like, have you heard this song? And people are like, yeah, dog, like for years, all of the time.
That's happened sometimes.
I got put on by I got put on to Sia by I got real deep into the Voice compilations. You know the song where they hit the button and the chair spin, the singing competition? You want a good cry? Get on a fucking Voice YouTube compilation.
Does watching Voice compilations make the list?
No, but I do find it very inspiring.
Yeah. It should be in there. We should probably knock something else off the list. Replace the Jackass one.
I love Taylor's
on that.
fan group, like the diehards, the Swifties. Like, well, we have one sitting across from us right now.
I don't think I'm Swiftie material. I would say I would be a junior member.
Okay.
Yes.
I just love how she has like her community and she like rides for them.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, dude, it's about that song where she's like big reputation. On my bike, riding to a Chicago open mic, being like, yeah, motherfuckers do know who I am.
For real. No, real rap.
Fucking stink.
She's a badass bitch. Shout out. Taylor. Coming in at number 5.
Boy Meets World.
There's nothing embarrassing about that at all.
You're nuts. It's so embarrassing.
What are you talking about? It's one of the greatest sitcoms in American history.
I agree.
I will say, I mean, I could do a whole episode on Boy Meets World.
You think so?
We needed a little bit of, I feel like we've been running through the list, so I'm glad. Were you a Boy Meets World girl?
Topanga? Yeah.
Sure.
Loved her.
Minkus? Start naming characters.
Yeah, you're Minkus. As a kid, who did
That's such a funny thing to just say. You're Minkus.
who did you identify with?
Corey?
So I, for a long time, thought I was Sean.
Mr. Feeney?
And then I had a real, I was like 11 or 12, and I had a harsh realization one day of being like, I'm fucking Corey. I stink. I'm not hot. There's a girl I like that won't give me the time of day.
Dude, you had a very positive image of yourself, because Sean is like
the coolest guy who's ever lived.
He's pure sex in 12-year-old form.
He's got a tight little body on him, and I bet he's got a fucking hog, too.
Yeah, he's still around a little bit. He was in like a horror film like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, Cabin Fever. Ryder Strong, dude.
Ryder Strong, that's his name?
And what he does.
He rides her strong, absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
His hair had a lot to do with it. His hair was like magical.
Fidel Sassoon all day, baby.
Oh,
Flipped
my
the
God.
way it used to,
Maybe
like,
he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
That live studio audience was handing out ponchos, dude.
Was it a live studio audience?
I don't know, but those ladies were slipping all over the place.
Sure. I am right now.
Fuck yeah.
It's the opposite of a Twitch stream. But so my big takeaway from that show is that to me, Corey in like the first couple seasons was like the funniest, and I thought he was like cool and like obviously not the way Sean was,
right.
But he was just like so funny and like obviously like kind of nerdy but like cool in his way. And then like he started dating Topanga and like he was still cool, but then like not by the college years, but like somewhere around there, he turned into like an old Jewish comedian.
yeah, he's like slipping on banana peels in the kitchen and
he
stuff.
Turned into Shecky Green all of a sudden. It's, Corey, you're 15. What are you doing? He was cool as shit, and then he was like, "Oh, hello, everybody.
This milk's a little warm."
Yeah, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Why are you leaning into this so much? And he never stopped, and then it got more and more and more.
Absurd.
Yeah.
They also fully she's all thatted Topanga. Like in the early years, she's got like Dilbert triangle hair, is a total like hippie nerd, and then they're like, nah, we're gonna make her hot.
Yeah, I mean, when they started, they were literal children, and then she grew into a beautiful woman, and I think that was always kind of the plan to a certain extent. But yeah, she was very hippie-ish. That show also like just like would disappear people, like a lot of shows do.
Of course.
But like Minkus was on for the first like season or two. He disappeared.
Sure.
The teacher, Mr. Turner, he was a hunk, right?
He was. Sean moved in with him.
Yeah, he just disappeared. They never acknowledged it.
He like rides off on his motorcycle, and then Sean gets his apartment. It's like, who's paying that lease, dude?
Yeah, why didn't we get that episode?
Yeah.
Why didn't we get that explanation? His sister, Morgan, she was in it the first couple seasons, and then she just completely disappeared.
They just ice her.
And no, she came back eventually, and he was like, "Hey, where have you been?"
That's a fun bit.
Yeah, it was one of those things.
It's like, I got a movie, it didn't go, it didn't work out.
Yeah, his dad is the dad from American History X.
Is he? I don't remember. I don't remember him in American History X.
He's Edward Norton's dad. Like before his dad dies, and they're at like dinner when they do the flashback scene.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's just such a crazy.
Which Edward Norton
juxtaposition.
improvised Suspect. What the fuck? That guy had that in him, dude.
I don't think there's any movie better than American History X.
There's certainly more movies. One of them on this list.
No, it's up there, right? Man, Edward Norton, unbelievable.
That had a scene, one of those things I can't watch and close my eyes. The mouth on the curb.
Sure,
For sure.
I mean, they don't show it,
They
but
don't show it.
they show enough of it.
Yeah, I just can't. Like his teeth, like just like touching it. I'm like, ah.
For me, it's any scene with Ethan Embry. He's very fat and gross. Nothing on that. Okay.
Which one's he?
Ethan Embry's the big guy, also in Boy Meets World.
That's what I was gonna say. It's all connected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wonder. So yeah, that's interesting. Interesting. Because American History X came out in 1999. Boy Meets World was already out.
Yeah.
So the director of American History X must have liked Boy Meets World.
He's a Boy Meets World head.
That was his guilty pleasure.
And that fat kid has had like one of the most unbelievable careers.
Have you seen him now? He's yoked.
Yes.
It's sick.
But yeah, did you ever see Motherless Brooklyn?
Yeah. I did. I enjoyed it.
I thought it fucking sucked. I wanted it to like it, but I was just like, ugh.
I watched a whole thing about Ed Norton talking about how he got it made.
Yeah.
So I was really rooting for it when I saw it.
Me too. I love Edward Norton, but it came out the same week as like a Terminator movie.
Sure.
And he did an interview, and he's like, "I promise you, it's better than the Terminator movie." And then I watched both of them, and the Terminator movie was better. But whatever. Coming in. No, let's just keep talking about Boy Meets World.
I'm saying I could. Okay.
That was number 5, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, sure. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that was 5.
Coming in at number 4.
A movie so much better than American History X. Legitimately my favorite movie.
Yet you're embarrassed to admit it.
Correct.
Okay.
Hackers. Have you seen it?
Sure. It's the one with Angelina Jolie.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's the greatest.
What is this, 1995?
1996.
That's what I was going to say.
Matthew Lillard, Oscar award-winning performance as serial killer. It's so fun. Dade Murphy, a.k.a. Zero Cool. This kid gets all jammed up, hacking on his computer as a kid. Can't touch a computer till he's 18. Movie starts on his 18th birthday. Getting back on the net. Moved to New York City. It's just like my experience moving to New York. I also fucked Angelina Jolie.
Yes, absolutely. I remember that.
Yeah, it was sick.
No, yeah. I don't know. This is a confusing one because, like, I have seen this movie and I think it's good. But, like, to me, it's like it's a cool movie. It's supposed to be cool. It's got a bunch of hot young actors in the 90s.
That are all constantly wearing rollerblades and jackets with half the sleeves cut off. It's a bananas movie.
I've said it once. I'll say it again. It's the 90s, baby.
Is it similar to that movie with Sandra Bullock, The Net?
No, in that it's not a giant piece of shit.
No, I'm not. It's
But
my
this is
favorite
like
movie.
this is like a ragtag group of like hackers that like have like they look like a hot topic basically.
Yes.
So what is Angela? Is she a good guy or bad guy?
She's a hacker.
She's a hacker.
She's a hacker.
Acid burn. Just out there, really. That gets into a tussle with Dade, the main character, online. And they meet in person. Sparks fly. Things go sideways. It's the greatest. It's got the dude from The Wire who played Bunk,
Oh.
who's so good.
What is he in it?
He plays like a senator or like a Secret Service agent who's
Okay.
hot on their trail and doesn't understand the computers. It's great.
Yeah. Speaking of cool, there is something about like the young people in the 90s who were in actors in like those type of movies, like another one like Empire Records. Is that what that movie's called?
Yeah, that movie stinks.
I like that movie. I think it's better than Hackers, but all right, what are
You're
you gonna do?
insane. It does not hold up, dude. When's the last time you watched it?
What, does Hackers hold up?
Yes, literally, it's my favorite movie.
Okay,
It's
fair enough.
so the cinematography is unbelievable. It's like this French dude directed it. It's like the only movie he ever directed. Crushed it and then disappeared into nowhere.
All right, I'll give it another watch.
It's
Yeah, I'm
fucking
totally
sick.
Yeah, you never seen it.
What's your guilty pleasure movie? Not like your favorite movie, legit, but like a.
I don't know
Empire
because
Records?
I don't look at it that way because I don't think it's a I don't know. If
Empire Records is kind of a trash movie, but
what people love that movie.
yeah,
Liv
it's the
Tyler.
nostalgia of it, cult classic, but it's not like a good movie.
No, it's not good. It stinks.
Fair enough. Do you have one? Do you
I
think
guess Dirty Dancing, even though that's
Fair.
That's
Phenomenal
a
film.
classic.
it's a
of?
classic
Yeah.
movie.
There's
but
nothing embarrassing about
But say
that.
that's your favorite movie of all time, and you want to kind of go with like a movie.
Like Goodfellas or some shit.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
Mine would be Forrest Gump, like a real cinematic feature.
Sure.
Some people think that movie's corny. It's all relative, you know.
Dirty Dancing, yeah.
But yeah, all those cool kids in the '90s, man. I just don't think it was ever that cool again. Like they really had it. They had it down, if you ask me.
I think that the 90s is the least cool thing to ever happen. The fact that the kids now are they're back on the 90s shit. I remember vividly thinking in like 2005, thank God 90s fashion will never come back because it sucked so hard. There's no way a future generation will be like, that stuff is sick. And now it's all baggy jeans with fucking ripped knees. What the fuck are we doing?
It all comes back around, Toby.
It's ass.
Just like your number 4?
Yes.
Or is this 3?
But also that reaction of like, I'm like, this is my favorite movie ever. You have to see it. I'm way too stoked on it. And then everyone is like, I've never seen that. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what Twitch is. And I'm like, it's the greatest.
Yeah.
It's like everything I've ever been
We
excited
should Twitch
about.
watch that movie.
Fuck yeah.
Wait, was that 4? I was doing so good with the numbers.
I got 3 left.
Coming in at number 3, folks.
Director's commentaries.
Oh, you probably like that shit.
No, I don't know if I do or not. I never really got into it too much. That is embarrassing just because it's such a like early 2000s thing.
Oh yeah.
You know? Like do they even do it anymore? Do they even exist?
No, sometimes I think they do them on Blu-rays, but who's buying that shit?
Yeah.
But it was a thing of like, I have 12 DVDs. I've seen The Matrix 55 times now.
Yeah.
Let's watch it with these people talking. And
sure.
directors' commentaries are unbelievable. They're the first podcasts.
Yeah.
I think like the first legitimate podcast that was ever recorded was the Clerks DVD commentary. They did it for the Laserdisc while they were shooting Mallrats. Like no one was doing them yet.
I think you and Kevin Smith are the only person who thinks this, but
you got to hear it. It's amazing. They're in a hotel room. They're watching a VHS copy on some shitty CRT TV. Jason Mewes is on heroin, just passed out on the floor. They have one microphone that they're passing back and forth. It sounds like shit. It's terrible. Every now and again, it'll make a real like solid point about or an explanation about how they got something accomplished in the movie.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What do you think about that, Mewes?" And Jason Mewes is just like, "Give me some more heroin. It's awesome. It rules."
Does he actually say that?
No, but he what he says is
He
like,
alludes to it.
Yeah, he grumbles, and it's like that's a guy who wants heroin.
Yes, that's funny. Yeah, I made a short film in 2012, and then I made a sequel to it in 2014, Babe Ruth Time Traveler, part
Nice.
1 and 2, starring H.
Sick.
Foley. And I've always wanted to do a
Burn those
DVD commentary on that.
You should.
Yeah, of like, this is where Foley yelled at me and threatened to kill me.
Yeah, you should do it with Foley.
Yeah, well, I don't think he wants that to see the light of day.
But I think with the director's commentary, it's fun.
I think it's fun anyway without it. But yeah, I know. That's very funny.
I think when you like really love a movie, you like always want more.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's like a way to get more out of it.
Yes.
Some like insight, some more detail.
I want to know how the sausage got
Yeah.
made.
Yeah.
Well, did you watch the Dirty Dancing thing on Netflix of how they made that? It wasn't commentary, but it like told you everything about it. It was pretty cool. You should check it out if that's your
should check it
favorite
out.
film.
The best director's commentary for
Tell
any
me.
movie, if you want to learn how to make a movie, go and watch the director's commentary for Can't Hardly Wait. Also a movie starring Ethan Embry, who is in Empire Records.
He's the main character.
He's the main character. Have you seen it?
Can't hardly,
Can't Hardly
wait.
Wait?
Yeah, what are we,
People
assholes?
used to tell me I looked like Jennifer Love Hewitt when that movie came out.
Damn, that's fire. Where'd you grow up?
Queens.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, New York Love Hewitt. Fuck yeah, that's sick.
Good times.
She's also 42 now, so
That's
it made
nice.
sense then.
Yeah.
Bro.
I didn't say anything. You're so
Okay.
defensive. Yeah. God bless Jennifer Love Hewitt and Adele. You're both women in the autumn of your life doing a great job. And
The autumn of your life is like, that's like a greeting card insult.
I'm
Tom.
riffing. Why is Can't Hardly Wait director commentary so good?
It's incredible. Okay, so first of all, the movie is just the best. You got Seth Green in his like young,
Wiggering it out,
wiggering it up, really doing a hilarious black accent. Then you got Jennifer Love Hewitt dunking. The cameo, like the smaller roles, like Sarah Michelle Gellar has a great bit that she runs through the whole thing. It's just a great, super joke dense, second best high school graduation movie of all time, easy, behind Superbad. The director's commentary it's 2 first-time directors who wrote the movie and Seth Green. So the commentary is them pointing out everything that they fucked up in the movie.
Okay.
There's like punchlines for jokes that they had to cut because they couldn't set them up because they involved like drugs or whatever. They wanted to be R, but they got PG-13. So there's like this whole weed bit that I never noticed that's throughout the movie. Is there's a guy with Jason fuck How I Met Your Mother. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He's so famous.
I know who you mean.
What's his name?
Jason something.
This is gonna.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is so
Okay,
annoying.
I'll put it on the screen.
Please, thank you.
It's all good. I can't think of it.
I
know who you're talking about.
That's gonna kill me, dude. Jason Segel, come on.
You
Let's
shall
go.
not pass.
Yeah, Gandalf. He has a bit where he is like and you would never notice it, but he has a dinosaur that's like plastic dinosaur that they turn into a bong that he's like supposed to be running around smoking the whole time, but they cut all of that. So he has like one scene, he has like one line, he's just holding this dinosaur. All the marks where the people had to stop to hit their mark, it's like 3 feet of tape on the ground, and it's amazing. They just like, we fucked this up, this was wrong, we had to recut this. And then Seth Green is just getting shit on the entire time. They're like, Jennifer Love Hewitt comes in, and they're like, she was such a rock star. She was doing Party of 9 during the day.
5.
Party of 5 during the day, coming to shoot with us at night, always perfect, always knew her lines. And Seth's like, yeah, guys, I was shooting Buffy at the same time. Like, shut the fuck up, Seth. Get out of here. It's great. It's
Top
the
9
best.
Buffy episodes. That's coming, folks. But yeah, no, got to check it out. Coming in at number 2.
Number 2. Casey Neistat. Are you familiar?
The country singer?
No, the YouTuber.
No.
No, I'm not either. The name is familiar, but I can't think of who it is.
It should be. He's the biggest, probably the biggest YouTuber there's ever been. He's stopped putting out regular videos, but he did a daily vlog series when he was living in New York, where he put out a 10-minute video every single day, vlogging his life and his existence. Like, completely changed the landscape of YouTube and what people thought was possible and how much money and how many views you could be made. Is a dish. Big time dish, this guy.
He's a douchebag.
Little bit of a douche, a little bit of a tool.
Was he always a tool, or did his success make him douchey?
I think that the
First videos, was he a nice guy?
Yeah, he is a nice guy. He had a series on HBO called the Neistat Brothers, which is like unbelievable. Him and his brother made it. It's another like guys who just picked up, consumer cameras at the time, shot this thing, sold it to HBO, made a boatload of money. They got like $1.5 million for it, and then kind of went on their own separate lanes. And Casey found YouTube, and I find what he was able to do in terms of just him and a camera completely changed the way people present themselves online and in video. But that style of vlogging is so self-centered and so narcissistic that you can't help but look like a totally fucking, you can't help but look like a jerk off.
Because it's like all about me for 10 minutes
Yeah.
every day?
Yeah. But the videos are sick.
Are they helpful, or is it just like
Helpful in terms of what?
Like, is it always just about him every day when he was doing it like that? Like,
yeah, he would make, the people in his life became characters. The main character, I would say, of the whole thing was New York City. It is sick, but is so lame at the same time. You can't love a vlog guy.
I remember
just
one
not
time
cool.
yeah.
I was at a restaurant and I took a video and mentioned soaking up the dressing from your salad with bread, best part, whatever. And then I had a moment. I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to, Adele? Who
Because you
cares?
posted it. Yeah.
Yeah. After I posted it, I'm like, who cares? About your fucking bread dipping salad dressing moment in this restaurant in the middle of the day. Get out of here. No one cares. But
Yeah. Well, no, I know what you mean. I mean, it's a weird.
who am I talking to? I had a moment where I'm like, who am I talking to?
It's a weird.
Yes.
It's a weird time.
Yeah.
You don't know when you're just supposed to enjoy yourself,
Yeah.
or when you're supposed to include other people in your enjoyment. And generally, it's better to keep it to yourself, I guess. But
sometimes I'll
just
have
depends.
remorse about not taking enough like pictures, memories of something. Like I try to be in the moment, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I took like 2 pictures this weekend. Like I have that going on a little bit. Like on vacations, I do that a lot. I'm like, I'm in the moment, I don't care. And then I'm like,
Well, vacation that's prime flex time. That's where the story's full of the meals, the sights. I'm hitting the wide angle to make my fucking hotel room look bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're flexecuting.
I'm the flexecutioner
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah.
No, yeah.
The amount of Instagram comments that I have typed out and then deleted
Sure.
in the hundreds of thousands. Every time I go to comment on something, I'm like, what are you doing?
I treat Twitter like that. Like I tweet and then I'll delete it. Like, and that's how I like look at Twitter. Like, if it doesn't work, why would I keep it up? To show my failure?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're going to let you edit text now,
Yeah.
which I'm sure you'll abuse, you crafty so-and-so.
How would I abuse it?
I jamming people up with the edits? I don't know.
All right, fair enough. Things took a turn. Yeah, I have heard of this guy, though. I think Rubinoff was telling me about him. What does he do now? He's in the mountains?
He just, he lives in L.A. He just hangs out with a bunch of cash. He had a bunch of failed, this guy can't help but succeed. He had a bunch of failed projects that then got bought. Like, he was trying to get this video streaming thing going that never worked, but then MSNBC bought it, so he made a bunch of cash off of it.
And it didn't work for them either.
And fuck no.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing how amazing YouTube is. It's unbelievable.
It's the fucking greatest.
That anybody can just put up whatever the fuck they want.
It's second only to Patreon for being the greatest website ever made.
Sure, and I understand why you say that.
It's based on fucking rent.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like for taking money out of it for a second, of just like having like a free TV channel. Everybody can have a TV channel.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's the greatest public access network of all time.
I mean, it's in the name.
I mean-
YouTube.
Yeah.
It's you. It's the tube. It's just broadcasting whatever the fuck you want.
I mean,
Subscribe on YouTube, everybody.
Yeah. On that note.
there's like a whole crew of guys in there editing.
I don't know
and
what
doing-
the hell they're actually doing.
I don't either. It's got real startup vibes, and I like
Yeah.
that.
I think there's some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Backdoor dealings.
Sure.
I'm just kidding. I don't
Ponzi
want the video
scheme.
to get deleted.
but it's like there's a whole team of people. You have this whole office with all these studios in it. Is all consumer products. Like you can just go and buy this shit on Amazon and do this shit and have an incredible looking. Like the lights we use on our show are like shitty fucking lights, like $30 lights. Shit looks good, dude.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
You can make stuff so affordably now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that's not embarrassing at all, folks.
No, that shit's cool.
That was number 2. You know what that means? This is number uno.
Okay.
1.
This is gnarly. This is like a closely guarded secret that from the days of like turning down the volume on my pink iPod Shuffle so that people wouldn't hear what I was listening to.
Okay.
That this band has had such an effect on my life, and this is the first time I've ever publicly on record admitted to being a fan.
This is exciting.
I, Toby McMullen, fucking love My Chemical Romance. They're the greatest. I love them.
Get out. What are you, a 14-year-old emo girl?
Fucking exactly. I got
2007?
I got big puffy DCs.
Uh-huh.
I'm on the barrier. I got my little fucking my little point and shoot camera. I'm ready to get pics from my MySpace. I love My Chemical Romance.
They changed the game, man.
They really did.
You don't need to be embarrassed by that.
You do and you should.
I don't know. Do you like My Chemical Romance?
I do, but I hear what he's saying. Like, there's a cool factor that they don't have.
Non-existent.
It doesn't exist.
The ladies love them.
Children.
Yeah.
Back then, they're old now. They all have children now.
I know.
I just feel like with you bros, you have like a code of like coolness. It's a little bit different for you. Like, I don't know. I feel like you don't want to be caught liking Taylor Swift or My Chemical Romance, especially in those like years of your life where you give a shit about your bros' opinions.
100%.
Every woman I've ever had a relationship with, though, in my adult life has liked Taylor Swift. Like, it's like a thing of like, you're around it because you're around
Well, women,
people.
it's different for us. You guys have like this like abusive bro
Not me.
code growing
Love
up.
it. Yeah, no. I get it.
Like
It's
you
toxic.
hide your guilty, you lower the music, you hide your guilty pleasures. You're embarrassed, like
100%.
embarrassed
No,
of
yeah.
things you like because
It's-
you want to get on with your boys
It's
and
almost-
like, be cool.
No, I agree. It's almost like it's like a chemical romance
It's fucking boo.
that we have with music.
Yeah, but to be specific, I think that they took a real turn. So the album that I love, Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge, is like a masterpiece front to back. I legitimately believe that.
What's their biggest song? It's on that album.
Probably I'm Not Okay.
Okay.
That song was that like really broke them. That was huge.
And that guy's voice, like people like kind of
That
copy.
guy Gerard Way, the voice of a generation, put some respect on his name, please.
I apologize. Gerard Way. I feel like so many people model their like cadence after him. Kind of.
sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But so I think that album's amazing. The Black Parade, the next album, I think stinks, but has a
Black
couple
Parade.
bangers.
That song's so good.
I hate that song. I think that song. I drive
That's
me.
my favorite Chemical Romance song.
There you go.
Yeah.
No accounting for taste, you know.
No, I guess not.
But
I don't think a guest has insulted me this much in a while.
well, you should have more friends on.
I guess you're right.
You're getting strangers in here intimidated by the camera and the mics. I'm keeping it real, dog.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Amazing.
But yeah, go ahead. So after Black Parade,
So, but the reason that I really love them is they're what gave me the final push to quit drinking. Was I was watching this document.
you can't do two horrible things at once.
Yeah, I was like, I have to pick. It's either I like this band or I'm an
Or
alcoholic.
I'm an
Yeah. So I was watching a documentary on them where it's following, because I wanted to know, because this was my perception of them, was they went from this like sick band in New Jersey who's playing these small, really rowdy shows, and then they went on to be like a stadium act, and I was like, who from Warner Brothers got their greasy little mitts into this band and convinced them they needed to be this big, overblown stadium act that I thought ruined the course, of, like the trajectory of the music in terms of they went after the money instead of the music that I like, right? Completely wrong. These guys were like touring on the Warped Tour, hammered drunk, just sucked shit playing live. And the lead singer decided he was going to quit drinking. And then his brother, I think, is who plays bass, also quit. And that's when they really turned the juice on, and they started doing big headlining tours.
Were they replaced?
No. They just quit boozing.
Oh, okay. Quit. I got you.
And weren't like hammered drunk messes on stage.
Yeah.
And then really started to see some success. And what's interesting is that it wasn't some kind of Warner Brothers fucking with their shit. It was them. Their biggest inspiration was David Bowie. They always wanted to be this giant theatrical stadium band, which I found to be shocking. But it kicked this thing in my brain as I was like hammered watching this documentary of like, oh, I need to quit drinking and fucking maybe my career will start progressing in the way that I want, which it absolutely did.
Wow. That's inspiring. And I don't think that's anything to be embarrassed about. I think it's funny that it would be funny if number one was that you quit drinking and you're embarrassed.
It is not being an adult who likes fun and not drinking is embarrassing.
I don't know. I kind of want to quit too. I've had it with everything almost. I don't know.
But you're made of weed. You can't ever let that go.
We're gonna fix that in post. But I'm just kidding. I'm not made of it. But yeah, okay.
You guys are talking about quitting drinking. I'm like,
My Chemical Romance. I think the band that I like that's like that, Death Cab for Cutie.
Stink.
I like Follow You Into the Dark. Such a great song.
I saw them live at Riot Fest, and it was okay. Have you ever heard of the band? You know the band The Hives?
I feel like he should be smoking a cigarette right now.
I would
Just
love that.
Critiquing.
I would
all
love
those.
that.
I know you would.
You know the band The Hives?
Uh-huh.
So they were real popular mid 2000s. I think they're Swedish, and they wore those cool black and white suits. So we were at Riot Fest. It was day 2. We got there at like 1 o'clock. We all took acid. We're hanging out. We saw some band, and it was like 2:30, and we had hours to kill. And we're like, I guess we'll go see the fucking Hives. And it was the best live performance, one of the best live performances I've ever seen. These guys are pure sex, these dudes. Lead singer is the most charismatic human being I've ever seen in my entire life. He's jumping in the crowd. He's climbing up the scaffolding. They're all wearing matching suits. Their stagehands are wearing ninja outfits.
Tight.
It's sick, dude.
Sick.
He had sex with everyone in that. We all got pregnant, dude. It was so unbelievable. And for a band that I didn't even give a fuck about. Like, we were in the back drinking beers. Acid started to come on. And halfway through the first song, I'm like downing my beer. I look over. My boy's doing the same thing. And he's like, in the front. We got to get to the front. These guys are the fucking best.
Nice.
Best time ever. 4 hours later, we went and saw Death Cab for Cutie. And it was the most boring shit I've ever seen in my life.
A little different, yeah, sure. They're singer-songwriters. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it was just such a bummer. And there were these two, like, Florida people in front of us that were, like, leather-skinned and just, like, sloppy drunk, really making out and falling over. And we were tripping too hard. And we're like, the Gator people are freaking us out. This band stinks. We got to bail.
Fair enough. Well, Death Cab for Cutie's not for everybody, but that would be interesting of, like, Death Cab for Cutie versus, like, a versus battle versus My Chemical Romance.
Oh, yeah. They're fucking shredding, and then Death Cab's wheeling their piano
Just
out,
a bunch of
lowering the lights.
Black fingernails in the audience. Pretty good. Adele, you got anything that's embarrassing that you're...
I love Shania Twain, like the
Still
whole
the
album.
one? Still the one,
Growing up, it would be like long car rides with my mom. We'd just like play the album all the way
I love
through.
Shania.
But I turn up Shania
She was the soundtrack to Key and Cars for a while.
Yeah.
Like
Key and Cars?
Yeah, dude.
What do you mean by that?
Didn't she have a bunch of like revenge on men
that
songs?
was the girl from American Idol.
I thought you and your dirtbag friends would key cars and listen to Shania Twain and make out afterward, do weird shit. I don't fucking know what the hell you're talking about.
Shania did have a lot of like men drool, women rule vibes.
Hey,
Like,
listen.
fuck the man. But
Yep, sure. Well, I'm not embarrassed by anything.
No.
I like what I like, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just got real weird.
Anything embarrassing that you like buy the supermarket that you kind of hide under your cart a little bit?
Oh, I got
Like
no
food?
I got no shame in the food. I've been going to the food store, like my grocery store, in a swimsuit, in flip-flops, just really not giving a fuck.
I have
Yep.
one. It's so embarrassing. And the CVS by my house locks up the refrigerator. So I literally have to like point to it, like have them unlock it and point to it. It's the White Castle cheeseburgers that you microwave. Like when I'm like really going in and being a piece of garbage,
Yeah.
I get that.
There's a White Castle in my neighborhood, and I had it for the first time like a few weeks ago. And yeah, I mean, it was fine.
It tastes like wet shoes.
There was an old,
So bad.
there was like a guy in his 50s in there and there was like me and him, and he like walked in and he was like, you know, back in my day, these were $1. And I feel like every time there's always somebody in White Castle who says that.
Oh yeah.
It just gave me that vibe.
The Crave case is one of the most brilliant marketing things. Have you ever gotten it? You just had it for the first time, so you've never
Yeah.
gotten a Crave case. It's like a briefcase, cardboard briefcase full of sliders. I used to live 3 blocks from a White Castle in Chicago.
It's all business.
And we'd be hammered drunk, 2 o'clock in the morning. It was 24 hours. And we'd be like, fucking Crave case, dude.
Yeah.
And then someone would roll in with like 50, 60 sliders. And then after 2, you're like, why are we doing this? This is
Yeah.
no good. This is just fucking shoes and onions.
Embarrassing.
It's okay.
I hide it underneath my toilet paper in the cart. I'm like, I put stuff on it.
Sure. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, they're still going to see it.
I know, but
Yeah.
self-checkout.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Actually, yeah, you're right.
Like, don't fucking touch me.
Self-checkout.
It's
Wow.
actually one of my pet peeves when you're checking out and the cashier has commentary on what you're buying. Not like the burgers, but they'll be like, "Oh, you got a headache? Oh, you got."
Yeah.
I can't.
No small talk, dude.
No small talk. Don't talk about what I'm buying.
Don't talk to me.
I think, well, first of all, take it easy, psycho. I think you're allowed to talk to people, but yeah, I think commentary on it
what you're
is rude.
purchasing?
That's rude, but
Yeah.
you can be like, hey, how you doing?
Sure.
Nice bathing suit, weirdo. Like, you're allowed to talk. Like, how dare
we
you?
require shirts and shoes in here, bro.
Yeah. But what a list. What a
Yeah.
life. What a world.
I'm
Toby,
a
thanks
little
for coming.
embarrassed, a little flustered, but
Yeah.
fun.
You did it. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. I had a real good time.
Good. Where can the people find you?
You on Instagram at Toby.McMullen. It's my only social media. Follow me there.
Love it. Adele?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Adele_Carollo. And of course, follow Top 9 on there. Subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Take a listen.
Chia, TomCassidy.com, Cassidy Comedy. That's it. That's another episode. We appreciate you. We'll see you
So
next
much.
week. Top 9 Podcast.
Bye,
Goodbye.
guys.